You've color-coded your calendar. You've got the perfect productivity app. Your to-do list is a work of art. So why does it feel like you're working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Because you've fallen into the trap that's killing millions of people's dreams right now, mistaking planning for progress. I'm talking about the hidden addiction nobody warns you about, the one that makes you feel productive while keeping you completely stuck. Let's break down why your brain is lying to you and how to actually start moving forward. Here's what's really happening in your brain. When you plan something, when you organize that folder, buy that course, or write out that detailed strategy, your brain releases dopamine. It's the same chemical you get when you actually complete something. Your brain literally can't tell the difference between planning to go to the gym and actually going to the gym. Both feel like accomplishment, except one changes your body and the other just changes your Google Calendar. This is why people spend months planning a business that never launches, why someone researches the perfect diet for 6 weeks but never loses a pound, why you've got 17 half-filled notebooks with game plans but no actual game. The planning feels so good, so productive, that you never feel the urgency to actually start. You're getting your reward up front, so why risk the discomfort of real action? And here's where it gets even worse. We live in a culture that celebrates planning. When you tell someone you're working on something, they congratulate you. When you show them your business plan, they're impressed. When you post about your goals on social media, you get likes and encouragement. But nobody's there 6 months later asking, "Hey, did you actually do that thing?" The social reward comes from the announcement, not the achievement. So we keep making announcements, keep refining plans, keep getting that validation without ever stepping into the arena. Planning also gives us something psychologically irresistible, the illusion of control. When you plan, everything works perfectly. There are no obstacles in your bullet journal. Your spreadsheet doesn't talk back. Your vision board doesn't have a bad day. Real progress, that's messy, that's unpredictable. That's where you face rejection, make mistakes, and encounter problems you didn't anticipate. Your ego takes a hit. Your perfectionism screams at you. So we retreat back into planning because it's safe. We tell ourselves, I just need to prepare a little more, or I need the plan to be perfect first. But here's the truth. No plan survives contact with reality. Mike Tyson said it best, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. You will always need to adjust once you start. The question is whether you're adjusting a real plan based on real feedback or perfecting an imaginary plan based on imaginary scenarios. Let me give you an example. Someone spent 8 months planning a podcast, researched microphones, studied successful shows, created content calendars, designed logos, wrote 50 episode ideas. 8 months of preparation. Meanwhile, someone else grabbed their phone, recorded a rough first episode, and published it the same week. It wasn't perfect, but they got real feedback. They improved with each episode. And by the time the first person finally launched their perfect podcast, this person had already built an audience and was 50 episodes ahead. That's the cost of confusing planning with progress. It's not just wasted time, it's lost opportunity. Here's the darkest part. Planning lets you borrow an identity you haven't earned yet. You're not an entrepreneur because you have a business plan. You're not a writer because you outlined a novel. You're not getting in shape because you meal prepped on Sunday. But when you're deep in planning mode, you get to feel like that person. You get to tell people about your plans at parties. You get to imagine yourself as successful. You're living in the future version of your life without doing any of the work to get there. It's stolen valor for your own dreams. And the longer you stay in planning mode, the more invested you become in the idea rather than the reality. Your expectations inflate, the pressure builds, and eventually the gap between your perfect plan and imperfect reality becomes so intimidating that you never start at all. So, how do you break this cycle? 4 strategies. First, Set a planning deadline. Give yourself a strict time limit. Could be a day, could be a week. And when that deadline hits, you start, ready or not. Imperfect action beats perfect planning every single time. Second, measure action, not intention. Stop tracking what you're going to do and start tracking what you did. At the end of each day, write down your actual actions. Did you send the email? Did you make the call? Did you write the first page? That's your scoreboard now. Third, embrace the 40% rule. This comes from the military. If you have 40% of the information and a decent plan, go. You'll learn more from 5 minutes of real action than 5 hours of theoretical planning. Fourth, create forcing functions. Sign up for the race before you're ready. Book the venue before your presentation is perfect. Announce a launch date publicly. These create healthy pressure that shifts you from planning to execution. Here's something nobody tells you. You don't build confidence through planning. You build confidence through action. Every time you do the thing you're afraid of, you get stronger. But every day you spend planning is another day you're training yourself to avoid discomfort. The brutal truth is, planning is comfortable because nothing's at stake. Progress is uncomfortable because everything is. Your dreams don't care about your plans. They only respond to your actions. So here's your homework, and I mean homework you'll actually do, not plan to do. Pick one thing you've been planning, just one, and in the next 24 hours, take the smallest possible action on it. Not prep work, not more research, actual execution. Send the email, record the first minute of video, write the first paragraph, make the phone call. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be real. Because a year from now, you'll wish you started today. And the only difference between the person still planning and the person who succeeded, one of them stopped talking and started doing. If this hit home, let me know in the comments what you're going to stop planning and start doing. And subscribe if you want more no BS advice on actually getting stuff done. Now get off YouTube and go build something.